is why people always attack my honor. Because the system taps my phones. The system knows what I've done for 20 years. They know who my family is. They know I come from a good family. They know I'm an American as it gets. I mean, quite frankly, I'm as American as it gets. The whole pedigree's ridiculous, okay? Founding Texas, Mayflower, 1776, everything. You want me to talk about me? I'm good. I love God. I love justice. I love freedom. I love you being wealthy and successful. There's a bunch of crooks that hate my guts, and they think you're so stupid. They can go out and say, oh, he's a right-winger. Oh, he's a racist. Oh, he works for Israel. Oh, he doesn't bash Israel. I mean, you go to the white supremacist sites, they don't attack Benjamin Netanyahu. They don't attack Ben-Gurion. They don't attack Jesus Christ. They attack me. Why do you think the most globalist Fed-run organizations in the world talk about how they want to kill me all day? Because they hate my guts, folks, because they're Fed-run. I want to bring humanity together. I want prosperity. I want freedom. I want a future. That's who I am. And what I've produced and what I stand for stands on its own. Your calls are coming up. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality.
Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
The experts are clear. Sunlight, purified water, healthy non-GMO food, and having a good attitude is essential to a healthy immune system. But I go further with Super Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com. 50% stronger than our original and revolutionary Nascent Iodine formula, coming from a deep earth crystal source that no other supplier has. Most other forms of iodine come from seaweed in areas plagued by Fukushima and other contaminants. Not our iodine. It comes from over 200 million-year-old crystal salt deposits and is tested and proven to be completely pure. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. See the informational videos. Read the information they're compiled. And for a limited time, when you use promo code NOW at checkout, you get an additional 5% off the entire family of InfoWarsLife.com products. Secure your Survival Shield X2 today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. InfoWarsLife.com. Check it out today. I have set out to bring you the most hardcore, cutting-edge supplements and nutraceuticals, bar none. And that's what you'll find at InfoWarsLife.com. We have rejected literally hundreds of products from the InfoWars Life line because they are not of the very highest quality, or because they're not 100% organic, or because they don't pass all of the strictest toxicology tests there are that we have listed at InfoWarsLife.com. Whether it's Survival Shield Nascent Iodine or DNA Force, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, Oxy Powder. I believe that all of these products will blow you away like they've done the thousands of other customers that have visited InfoWarsLife.com and believed in us and tried the products. Folks, check out InfoWarsLife.com today and the entire line of groundbreaking, cutting-edge, hardcore products.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center.
In the heart.
In the heart of the resistance.
Rallying patriots.
Rallying patriots worldwide. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Well, around here, we got our fighting spirit. We're not rolling over and dying. Let's go right to Ryan and loaded phones, like 15 phone calls here. Ryan in Missouri, you're on the air. What's your take on the Ferguson situation? They're saying today, tomorrow, we've got our reporters on the ground that they're going to release this grand jury decision on whether they're going to indict this police officer or not. Why did they just do it weeks ago? You know, why is it taking so long to build up? Seems like the media is really trying to build up a hysteria here. What do you think is going to happen?
I think it's going to be a lot worse than what the average people out on the street, even I've lived north St. Louis for a long time, but I don't think it's going to be as big as the Watts riot. But people, I just want to say that there's around 12 people in my family, and we're the worst people in this country. It's full of veterans. It's full of Eagle Scouts. It's full of survivalists. It's full of freedom-loving patriots. We all own weapons. We're all informed. We all have a plan A and B, and this is the first time in my 2-decade life that my dad has called the plan A into action. And I know it has a lot to do with where we're located, but we are at our resort or our retreat property right now, just waiting this out because, of course, they're not going to do it at the end of the week where the average person is more happy. They're going to do it at the beginning of the week where the average person is, you know, just in general more upset, have to go back to work.
Well, that's what's sick. They seem to do all this stuff to make it as bad as possible.
Right. And then this thing with Bill Cosby, you know, Bill Cosby, they're done with him, so they just threw him under the bus. And every news channel talking about this is kind of subliminal, you know, about, you know, the day before, you know, a couple days before it's released. Just getting people pumped up. You know, all the local news channels in L.A., you can see them on YouTube. It's just, they're fear-mongering. They're getting people. The unorganized public is no match for the organized police/military, and it's the same thing these days.
And they want to have some of these riots because then they can get more police-state funding and further bring this country into a tyranny. The average cop doesn't want that, but we're here to decompartmentalize that. Thank you for your call. Bill Cosby bashes thugs and welfare moms. We can't blame white people. I'm telling you, this is political, folks. He's come out and criticized Obama. He says you can't blame white people. And then there's never any proof of all this rape garbage. It's 30-year-old, and he just won't respond. And the media is like, you're bad, you're bad. They don't. All I'm saying is when there's real stuff that's proven, the media won't do anything about it. But when they pick somebody to destroy him, they'll do it. And I just don't pile on. That's all I'm saying. He may be guilty, but you know what? You're innocent until proven guilty. The last several years, Cosby has criticized President Obama for a range of broken promises and rallied against entitled Americans for their thuggish behavior and incessant willingness to remain uneducated. He's talking about black Americans. And so he's not with the program, folks. So bye-bye, Bill. Telling you, this is a hit job. A hit job. Anybody can see it. That's all I'm saying. He might have actually done it, but it's selective enforcement. John in FEMA Region 5, you're on the air.
Yeah, Alex, how you doing today?
Good, brother. Thanks for holding.
Hey, listen, listen, I got an idea. Is money talks, and as long as Congress is not going to act, why don't we just not pay our bills for insurance, or pay what we used to pay instead?
That's right. If enough Americans did it, it might do something, but they'll just dump your insurance or still fine you. I'm wondering how they get away with it when it doubles or triples premiums, has death panels, and the main architect laughs at people and says it's a giant screw job. I screwed you. How it then stays in place, and Boehner and the Republican leaders won't repeal it.
Well, I think the globalists have got an eye and their finger on the pulse of everything that's in everybody's closet in the Republican Party, so that's why they're not doing anything.
Or they'll manufacture it, exactly. Bill Cosby is a message. Listen, you stay in your place and you do what you're told or we'll destroy you. So that's why there's got to become a point where if there's some patriot like Rand Paul or Ted Cruz, and folks pop up in Klan outfits at their rally and say, I love Ted Cruz or Rand Paul, you got to know it's a setup. And back when that happened, when Rand Paul was running for Senate and then won the primary, I said on air, I said, let's search out these people's faces. Folks, you know who they are. They were Democratic Party operatives working for the party, dressed up like racists, saying racist things with rebel flags, meaning to demonize Rand. But it didn't work. We caught Democrats down at an event in Houston last year saying racist stuff with the whole Trayvon Martin deal. This is what they do. They race bait. And so we don't just knee-jerk believe something when it's put out immediately. God bless you. Good to hear from you. Ronnie in Texas, speaking of Rand Paul, go ahead.
Yes, I think it's remarkable that Dr. Rand Paul is now acknowledged as a major leader of the Republican Party by the very same lame scheme media who for decades went way out of their way to ignore and or belittle his father, my hero, Dr. Ron Paul. Senator Dr. Rand Paul actually filibustered against the tyrannical NDAA that now gives our truly evil president the legal authority to seize and or execute anyone without trial on the virtual whim of our dictator-in-chief.
That's right, great point. And that ties in, Ronnie, to PDD 51 and the new executive order where Obama expanded an earlier executive order. Folks, just Google PDD 51 and new executive order give Obama dictator power for any crisis, including economic. For any crisis, including economic, he can suspend Congress, you name it. Well, I don't care if you sign an executive order saying that. We're not going to let Congress say, okay, and do that. But he is about to use UN treaties, you name it, to supersede Congress. We are at a crossroads right now. Thank you, Ronnie. Robert in California, you want to talk about Gruber's Goobers. Go ahead.
Hey, brother.
Hey, man.
Hey, Gruber's Goobers. Obamacare is a fraud. Isn't that fraud committed by all three branches, including the cold case posse? How many felonies do we have to prosecute?
Well, it is a felony when you get paid $400,000 to write a report for Congress saying it's not a tax, and then you laugh and say, we deceived them, we weren't transparent, it was a tax, dumb Americans. I mean, he's confessing in 5 videos now, and in one saying, when I met with the president, he said, I can't let folks know it's going to increase their prices, so they figured out a system to lie to people. I mean, I played that clip like 4 times last week. And it's just, they're literally crapping on us and rubbing it in. And I'm sorry to use that analogy. I don't use profanity, or I don't use gross language, but that's the only way to describe it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. How much do we have to put up with? How much? That's my question.
Listen, I got a question, another one. If we take and report this to a federal judge as a crime against Obamacare, what do you think will happen?
I think it's a great question. In fact, I'm glad you called in on the topic. I want to hear from listeners coming up if we talk to our reporters for a few minutes from Ferguson. What do we do about this? This guy's dancing on our grave politically, freedom-wise, if we don't bring him to justice. I mean, this guy has engaged in fraud, in my view. Aging starts at the cellular level. When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries. During that period, key patented compounds have focused on mitochondrial growth, nerve growth, and rejuvenation. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. We now have the synergistic solution, DNA Force, just one of the key compounds. BioPQQ is backed by major clinical studies and over 175 PubMed-listed published studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. Secure your DNA